Hello. I would like to welcome you all to the Transcontinental Project, an experiment where a Brit
and a Texan come together to talk about whatever the hell we want.
We are hosts Luke Birch and
Sensible Sam. Now, before we get started, dolls, you know the drill. We gotta warn you, nothing's off limits. Content will not be suitable for those under the age of 18. If you're over the age, enjoy the show, bitch.
Just very quickly, how are you tonight?
I am fucking spectacular, Luke.
Right
Too
on.
good.
Right on.
How about yourself?
Been better, been worse.
Hey, as long as it ain't worse, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's entitled to have a crappy day.
And just very quickly, finally, before we go into the shout-out, we've got a special guest tonight. You've probably seen him in the chat as Sean Parker 1, more commonly known as Sean the Detail Guy. Say hello, pal.
Hey, Sean the Detail Guy here. Today, I am with the Transcontinental Project. Thank you for having me.
Woo, woo.
It's our pleasure. But
our pleasure, baby.
Who have we got in the chat so far?
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. First off, we've got June, the homosexual. Hola, June.
Hey, June, pay up.
Oh, I'm saving up to go collect personally. And we also have, hey, Tyler. How is ya, doll? Good to see you.
Tyler.
We also have in the chat, one of my favorite dudes, Papi. Hola, Papi. Dave Sincere.
Hey, Dave.
Muchas gracias por venir. Let's see. I'm sorry.
I'd just like to say thank you for being such a good friend to everyone before we continue.
Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. A wiser person and a more loving person. There's none. Please. Who else do we got in the chat? Oh, we got some elsewheres. We got nowhere elsewhere in the chat. We also have 3 other elsewheres. So we got a total of 4 elsewheres today. So hello, everybody. Sending you sensible smooches. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. Hope you guys come back. Hope you guys enjoy the show.
I was sort of thinking there, would it be 3 or 4 elsewheres?
That I would say 4. I don't know.
I'd say 4 as well, but
yeah, I would say 4. That's what kind of threw me off, but I'm kind of okay with math. I can do the 2 plus 2, so I was pretty confident on that one, but I think I may have not done really good math on that one anyway to begin with.
I see G has also jumped in.
Hey, what up, G? Thank you for joining us tonight.
And just very quickly, if I have to leave abruptly for a second, we're having a storm pass overhead, and I may need to go and try and coax my pet collie upstairs.
Yeah, you know, my puppies deal with the 4th of July and New Year's Eve. We're in a place that is away from the city, and so everybody, it's kind of considered a subdivision. It's just a really freaking huge one with like large gaps of land between houses, and we have veterans that live here. We have older puppies. A lot of people around here rescue animals, which is really super cool. My neighbors are horses. You've seen my neighbors. I've got horses for neighbors. So thunderstorms, firecrackers, stuff like that, really just, it's a tough situation. So we opt not to pop firecrackers or do fireworks or do anything that would, disturb other animals. We just got lucky. I'm in a place where there's a lot of animal lovers. So I cover my Thunder likes to, what I do is I put a little, a towel in the dryer, And he loves a hot towel. He's just a sucker for a hot. If I take out the clothes from the dryer and I throw it on the bed, he's totally wrapped up in there somewhere. What I'll do is I'll heat up a towel, and if it gets too loud or the thunderstorming or whatever it is, I'll heat up the towel. I'll grab him and I'll wrap him up in it, and I'll just kind of hold him, and he just.
I have only just got that one. Thunderstorming.
What? Thunderstorming. Yeah, yes. Thunder and storm. I'm such a dork.
And just quickly now listening also is Bobby Anthem.
There's Bobby. Hola, Bobby. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. Yeah, so try. Does she like to be covered? Does she like to get under covers, or does she have a blanket when she sleeps, Luke?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say warm up her blankie and tuck her in it, and cover up it, because my animals are they love to be under covers. Even Rumple spent the whole night taking my covers last night, little punk. So I guess I'm the only one with animals that want covers. Damn it! That would have been cool though. Just give her lots of hugs for me.
Yeah.
I hope everything's okay. I love her so much. Poor thing. Okay. Let me see. Okay. My dog sent us. What? I'm sorry. I was trying to catch up with the chat.
All right.
Okay.
You guys, I'll just be right back.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So, you know what?
We've given a shout out to everyone in the chat. Do you want to give a shout out to our friends who also do this?
I was hoping you were going to say that, baby, and then we can go ahead and kickstart Sean's night when we do that after that.
Right on. Do you want to do Wednesday? I'll do Thursday, and rotate from there.
I'm going to be an asshole and say I don't remember a lot of the times and shit like that. So I think the only one that's ingrained in my brain has been the one that's been ingrained in my brain for the last 5 years, which is Wednesday night. Usually at 8:30, depending.
Yeah, sometime between that.
And I'm saying Central Time. So, because I think we're all Central Time between me and them, I think. So I always go Central. So they're on it. That get in the fucking corner, baby. Get in the corner with your host, Dog Baby, and Juk Nasty, the male Sensible Sam. Do you like that? The male Sensible Sam. And they're on, and go have some fun with them lover butts. Just have a good time over there and fart on cakes and all kinds of badass shit. Fucking love them. Go check them out. They're on YouTube. They're on Mixler. Get in the corner, baby. Let me see. Wednesday. Did I miss anybody else on Wednesday? No, right?
Dirty Dude with Boxman and Anthony.
Thank you, Dirty Dudes, for retweeting our stuff. Love you guys.
Around the same time as Get in the Corner. So there you get 2 for the price of 1.
Yeah. That's a deal.
Thursdays at 8:30 Central Time. You have Wrestling Soup with Anthony Missionary Thomas, Joey Numbers, and John Draper.
All guys with great voices, by the way.
Hell yeah. And they are immediately followed by our parent company, I guess, the WNC Super Party.
Super Party! Sorry, I didn't do it good.
Tyler, I'm naming the times in Central Time Zone. But yeah, it'll be 9:30 Eastern. But the Super Party with Papa Dave, Johnny Florida, Michael Andolini, and Old Man Jenkins.
Awesome. Lovely, beautiful people that have my heart as well. You've got to go check them out.
While we're on the topic of them, for anyone with an interest in the game Mafia 3, Go follow WNC Network on Twitch. You can see Johnny Florida playing it there. And for anyone with an interest in either Call of Duty, Skyrim, Minecraft, or to be fair, fucking anything, enjoy the rage-inducing moments on twitch.tv/WNC Jenkins. Let's get him to 100 followers by the end of the year, so that he has to play a Resident Evil game of Mr. Andolini's choice.
What? I'm so ready for this. I'm so hyped about this competition. Dude, I'm keeping my ear to the ground. I can't wait to see what happens. Everybody get in on it. Go follow. Go get your other, make tens and thousands of accounts and just fucking follow them. And that's cheating. Don't do that. I'm sorry, Luke. Go ahead.
Friday, you have regularly scheduled hostilities
with our doll, Eric Turner. Sorry. But Eric has a good show.
There wasn't an episode of it last week, but that was because I believe he's on vacation.
Sweet. I want to be on vacation.
Yeah.
Well, I hope he has fun. He deserves it. He needs a time. He needs a break. Have some fun in the sun. And let's see. We're on third. That's Friday, right?
Friday. Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, 7:30 a.m. Central. You have Mojo's Saturday Sativa Sunrise.
There you go. Sorry. Tongue twisted. I got tongue twisted. I'm sorry.
Tongue twisting.
And it was such a great. I got to listen back to it. What a wonderful episode. Oh, from Billie Holiday to Chris Cornell, it ran the gamut. Very eclectic collection of songs. Very enjoyable. I suggest it. You try it. You guys gotta listen.
Tongue twisting, you say?
Yes. So say Saturday Sativa. Saturday. Yep. Sunrise.
Saturdays at 9 Central, you have on YouTube End of Days Radio with the amazing Michael Deacon.
Michael Deacon. I don't know why I keep calling him Deke, but I love it. Michael Deacon. What up, Deke?
From time to time, I'm not sure the exact time, you'll have Hollywood Hangout with the guys from Dirt Sheet Dudes, as previously mentioned. And also, you have the Trademark Show, I believe, Saturday. Yeah. I'm fucking losing track of time, to be honest.
I'm not funny. Sorry.
Sundays on the Get in the Corner Mixler, you have In Search of My Lost Soul with Bobby Anthem.
1,000,000 times yes to that.
Some of the... There's no words that I could use right here that would do that show justice.
I would say intense, mysterious, mind-blowing, heartwarming. Oh my God. Yeah, you're right. There's not one where there's not a word I can. It's everything and all at once. It's all the beautiful, all the dark, all the. It's just a beautiful symphony, and it's so well balanced. It makes for a wonderful listen. You guys, please. I've listened at the episode, the couple episodes that are out. I think I've probably memorized from listening to them so much. So I suggest it. Highly suggested.
That is followed on the G Wiz Mixer account by the Wrestling's High Marks with G Wiz, Chester Cheeseman, and the aforementioned Mojo. I probably should note that Sativa Sunrise is also on the G Wiz Mixer account.
Yes, and that would be Mojo's show, and then the Wrestling's High Marks on G Wiz on the same account is the wrestling podcast. Sometimes you can follow along, and oh my God, it is so fucking fun when you can. I love fucking following along with these guys. It's fucking hilarious and it's so fun. So, you guys got to check them out. I'm starting to dig wrestling again. I'm actually starting to dig it, yo. So we'll see where this goes. I'm loving it.
And
I was gonna
again,
say,
while we're on the topic of Gee Whizz's Mixler,
yeah, that's it. Under wraps. That's where I was going with that. Sorry.
Monday nights, 9 Central, you have Under Wraps for all your underground rap needs.
Yeah. Hashtag explore music, bitches. Let's open your heart and your mind and all your stuff and learn some new musicals. I have. What else do we got?
You have, okay, I'm going to have to go for a very split second.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so we did talk about, we just finished plugging the highest podcast ever. Let's see, now we've got, that was Sunday, we did Monday, Tuesdays. Oh, jeepers creepers. Is there a Tuesday? Who's on Tuesday? Who's on first? Who's on second? It's not, I don't think there's anything on. I don't know. If I am missing somebody on Tuesday, please let me know in the chat so I can say it out loud, because for some reason I'm drawing a blank at this point. It used to be Scott and Rye Bread. It's pathetic with Scott and Rye Bread. But I think I caught him on a Saturday. So I would suggest you follow Scott and Rye Bread and just make sure your notifications are on. That way you don't miss a show when they do. And if you have, just go ahead and catch their show reel. Those losers! I don't like them.
I'm back. I'm not sure what I missed in the ambiguous section so far.
So far you're good. I just did Scott and Rye Bread, but I also forgot to plug, I don't know, these two fools. One has a really nasally muppety voice and the other one has a very monotone voice, and they come out on Tuesdays at 9:15 and shit. They're called like the Stupid Dumb Transcontinental Project. I don't know. I guess they're pretty cool, I guess. Whatever. Catch them every Tuesday night. They're live, and they got a YouTube channel and a Twitter. Pretty cool. At T Continental Pro. Go hit them up and tell them you got any song requests or some shit like that. Make their fucking show better. Help them out. Please. 9:15 Tuesdays. The Transcontinental Project. Your host, Luke Birch and Sensible Sam, whoever they are.
But also in the ambiguous section, we have to give a shout out to the Inhuman Experience.
Yes.
With Bobby Anthem and Bobby Blades. Find them, I believe, on Anchor.fm. You can also catch previous episodes of In Search of My Lost Soul on said Anchor account.
Right on. Well said. Well done.
And there's really just one more for the ambiguous section. I wonder if he's back, but that would be on YouTube, Sean the Detail Guy.
Hey guys, how you doing? Thank you very much once again for having me. I greatly appreciate that.
We love you, baby.
Yeah, pretty much I'm glad that I was able to get on to your guys' show and pretty much get my name more out there and talk to more people and answer any misconceived questions that people may have when it comes to detailing, or even wonder what detailing is itself.
Right on. Thank you so much for coming on to share your expertise with us. We really appreciate that.
I see during that time that we were joined by Mojo in the chat along with me, Gen 1.
Is it Megan or Megan? Megan or Megan?
Megan.
Megan, stop. Sorry, it's from a show. Megan, stop. Jeez. Well, welcome, Mojo. Sorry about that. And hola, Mojo. And welcome, Megan. I hope I said that correctly. Megan 1. If not, spell it phonetically in the chat. We'll figure it out. And just let us know when you're back in, babe. So, I think you had to take a phone call right quick.
Yes.
No, I'm back. That was.
Are you okay? Okay.
Yeah, everything's good now. It's just for some reason, like around now, it's like everything that I thought I set up to not happen now is like happening now, and I'm like, are you serious? Like,
I know. I know. We have that luck too. Okay, so check it out. What is it? So we're talking about a buff and wax. Yes, we are, sir. Yes, we are, Papa Dave. We're talking about just a little bump and wax. Just a little buff and wax. Just like that. Oosh, that should be a new hook for you, Sean. Hey, Bobby, I love that song, by the way. Oh my God, Sean, fucking badass intro. I have to start with that on your YouTube channel.
yes, yes, I am grateful that I was able to get in contact with the great Bobby Anthem with that, because when he sent it to me, I was blown away, and I still to this day get complimented and comments on the song, and people are asking who did it, how did you, who is that? And I tell them, I'm like, hey, it's Bobby Anthem. That's who did it. That's the man behind the magic right there. It's Bobby Anthem, and every last one of them is like amazing. He did a great job with that, and I still to this day I thank Bobby, thank you very much.
It was amazing. So well done. Compliments the channel, makes that channel pop off, yo. You do so great explaining in all your videos and stuff. And so, dude, the music was just like, hell yeah, that's right up your alley. Like, that's what we expect from Sean the Detail Guy, quality and badassness. He's badass. You got to check the YouTube channel. What is the exact YouTube channel, by the way?
Oh, okay. Well, the exact YouTube channel to be able to get to it is you go to youtube.com// Sean the Detail Guy, and that's spelled SEAN and then regular the Detail Guy, and it will come up with my videos. The very last video that I done on there is how to wet sand, and some people have asked me, well, is that the only thing that I have to do, like, to get rid of a scratch? Like, once I do that, I'll be good. And I explained to them, start off with a test panel. With anything that you do with detailing, if you've never done it before, get yourself a test panel. Right. I implore you, get yourself a test panel. And the reason why I say that is because if you don't have a test panel, and the very first time that let's say you're practicing how to use a buffer, or you look at people use a rotary, which rotaries and dual actions are two totally different things. Yeah. Let's say, you're using a rotary for the first time, and a friend of a friend said, oh, you just do this, and you do it on a customer's car. If you mess up that paint, which if you're doing it for the first time, you will.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You can burn the paint on the edges.
Exactly. You now have to pay for that paint job. Right. And you're never going to touch a car again after that. It's just not happening.
A lot of people think it's really easy just to buff, don't they? They think they're just going to pick up a buffer and just start buffing.
Yeah, I get that a lot. I get people saying, "Oh, all you're doing is you're just washing the car," or anybody can do this. And I tell them, okay, I don't boast or anything like that. I say, okay, well then let's do this. Let's split the car in half. You do one half, and I'll do the other. If you get tired, or if you're getting to a point where you're like, I don't understand this, I will go over and I will help you, show you how to do it, and I'll go back and do what I do. And every time I give that challenge out, I get told the same thing every time. Never mind. I already can tell you know what you're talking about. It sounds like it's a little more in depth than that.
And
in some cases it is.
And just very quickly, sorry to anyone who may have heard that.
Sure, heard what? Did you fart?
No, I had a little bit of a coughing fit, and I remembered to mute Skype, and I forgot to mute Mixler.
Oh, no wonder I couldn't hear you. You're okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. I'm so sorry. Okay. Yeah, you see, the thing is that's why I wanted to have you on. A lot of people think detailing is just a hose, a sponge, and a vacuum, and that is not the case. It's a very intricate process, and there's a beginning to end. There's a way you start off. You're not going to wax it before you wash it. You're not going to buff it before you wax it. You know what I mean? So there's a process to it, and it takes a lot of years and a lot of skill and a lot of practice, and some people just have that skill like Sean, and some people harness that over many years. So it's a very serious business and a very high-end one at that. So I really commend you for your line of work, because it's really making a work of art, like moving works of art, if that makes sense.
Thank you. No, so, it makes perfect sense. And what cracks me up is, the place that I work, I see people come inside the store and they say, "Oh, I'm a detailer. I do this and I do that," and I say, "Okay, all right. So what products do you need? Do you need some compound? Do you need some glaze? What are you working on? What color car are you working on?" Because if they're a detailer, I ask them questions that, I know a true detailer is going to be able to answer. Is going to know exactly what I'm talking about. And if they need this stuff, then boom, they'll go for it. And I had one customer that looked at me and said, "I need what?" I said, "You said that you was a detailer, right?"
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Are you cleaning well, obviously you're cleaning the car. I said, "Are you gonna do a paint correction? Are you doing like what are you doing?"
Exactly.
And the look on their face was priceless. I stopped them right there. I was like, "You know what?" I said, let me stop you right there. And I said, "Is this your first time touching a car in the form of detailing?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "Is this your car?" And he said, "No." I said, "Okay, is this a friend's car?" And he said, "Yes." I said, "Is this a good friend or is this a friend you just met?" He said it's a pretty good friend. I was like, "You're not charging them, are you?" He said, "No." I was like, "Okay. Do yourself a favor." I said, "You're going to start off small. You're not going to call yourself a detailer because you're not going to detail the car. What you're going to do is you're going to wash the car, but you're going to wash it really good." And I gave him everything he's going to need. He said, "Are you sure I'm going to need this?" I said, "You want to know why I know you're going to need this?" He said, "Why?" I said, "Go on YouTube real quick." And I said, "Punch in Sean the Detail Guy." And he's like, "I heard about that guy." And I was like, "Yeah, I bet you did."
Yeah.
So he heard the intro, and one of my coworkers kind of looked over at me, shook her head, and said, "Oh God." And when he saw me and he looked at me, he's like, "You're," and I was like, "Yes." I was like, "Everything that you have right in front of you is exactly what you're going to need." I said, "But if you run into a problem, here's my card.
Exactly.
Give me a call."
See,
and
that's good advice to give a newbie. Absolutely.
Right. And what a lot of people don't realize is detailing, old school detailing, has always been a brotherhood. And by brotherhood, I mean one detailer helping another.
Right on.
It was never supposed to be, oh, I'm going to cutthroat this person because I'm better than them, or I'm going to do this because I'm better than them, or don't go to them because I'm better than. No, it was always supposed to be, oh, you need help? Okay, I can help you. Or I have too
Right.
many cars. Are you free today? Do you need some cars today? Let me give you this. It's always been that. Or it's
That
supposed to have been that.
that almost gives me an idea to the answer to the next question I was going to ask, which is, know for sure I can see that you have a passion for detailing. What gave you the idea to start up a YouTube channel?
Oh my God. Yeah, that's what I was going to ask too.
Well, what got me into the idea of doing a YouTube channel was done by Greg Masterson. For those of you that don't know who Greg Masterson is, he is the owner of Masterson's Wax. And also, for those of you that don't know Masterson's Wax, it's also Masterson's Car Care. The story behind him, real quick, was he started off, with a passion for detailing as well, passion for cars, and he went into a rival company, and that company, pretty much, he put them on a map. He's the reason why whenever anybody hears detailing, they immediately think of this company. I'm not going to mention that company because I still do business with Greg, and out of respect, I'm not going to mention his rival.
Right on.
But he was with that company for a while. He pretty much put them on the map, and every YouTube video that they did was Greg. Well, he said, you know what? I want to do my own thing. So he called up his parents, who pretty much make car care products, and he said, I want to do this, and they said, all right, let's do it. And he owns one of the largest car care companies in the world. And me and him became friends, and he said, you're good. He said, you're good. He said, you want to know why people don't know you're good? I was like, because I just started. He said, no. He said, people don't know who you are yet.
Right.
He said,
get
do
out
a YouTube
there,
video.
get yourself out there. Get yourself out there, man. Yeah.
He said, do a YouTube video. And I said,
awesome.
But how? What? Huh? And he said, do a YouTube video. Mm-hmm. And he said, when you do the YouTube video, he said, show your before, show your after. And the very first video I did exactly what he said. And it blew up after that. And I was like, wow.
People want to know.
Yeah.
People are interested. They'll gobble up stuff like that. Especially the way you go step by step through stuff. I love that. That's what people go to YouTube for. They need step-by-step tutorials, and they need information. And I like how you give the information on the product, what it does, why you're using it. I love that. That's how it should be done. You're rocking it on YouTube.
Yeah,
I'm a subscriber.
Thank you. And just throwing it out there. If y'all want to subscribe and help a brother out, I greatly appreciate that. I do shout outs on there as well. If you guys want a shout out, I will do a shout out for you. I'm just saying, if you want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. Shameless little plug there.
Absolutely. Hey, hell yeah, plug it all, baby. Everything. We're getting you out there. We need you got some good skills there. What was it that made you get into detailing? Like I know, so now we know the YouTube part, but how did you get a passion for detailing?
I've always loved cars. Like,
same here.
Ever since I could walk, I've always loved cars. And I've always loved since I was little, I've always loved washing cars. but I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew I was good at it. And my parents at the time, they, you know, I was like, I'm bored. I don't know what to do. So they'd be like, okay, what do you want to do? Well, wash the car. And they're like, okay. So, they give me, they give me, whatever I needed. They say, here, take it, do what you want. And
awesome.
I got to the point where I just was doing it, and I would have a smile on my face. I would have music going in the background, and I just would go into town. I'd be having fun until I got a little older and I realized what they were doing.
I was going to say that. I was going to say, my grandfather used to pay me 50 cents to detail his car when I was younger, or wash his car. I wasn't detailing at that point. I was doing the insides and all that stuff, but I would get 50 cents and I thought I was balling. And I realized 50 cents. I turned 14 and I was like, damn it, Gramps. I need $1.
Yeah, it was funny because the light switch, if you will, that went off was I just get finished with the car and I'm looking at it and I'm admiring it and I'm like, cool, looks good. And they come walking out the door all dressed and everything. And I'm like, where y'all going? They're like, oh, you're done? Good. We're going out. I'm like, wait, what? and my stepdad, he looked at me. He's like, thanks for washing the car. I was like, the hell? And that's when the light switch went off. Wait a second. They just hustled me. But it's family, so you're not gonna charge family like that. It's family. So then I moved out to California, and I did I dabbled in a little out there. I honed my skills a little bit more out there, and when I came out here, it was one summer, and I was like, you know what? I'm bored. I want to have some fun. And there was a neighbor down the road that I saw him with a bucket, and I said, hey, I was like, you mind? And he's like, mind what? I was like, I'll do your car for you. And he said, how much? So I looked at the car, and it was a pickup truck actually, and I looked at it and I was like, told him the price, and he's like, really? I was like, yeah. And he's like, all right, here's the keys. So I ran, grabbed my stuff, came back, doing his car up, and he was like, wow. And coincidentally, it was a black vehicle.
Oh, now, those are black vehicles. Explain to the crowd how hard. Oh, from one detailer and I'm an ex-detailer, by the way. One ex-detailer to a current one, black is a bitch to work with because you see every swirl mark on that bitch. You can accentuate scratches if you don't do it right.
Exactly. If you want to be the type of detailer that customers will come to you all the time, or you want to go in a competition with somebody and they tell you can pick what other kind of car and whatever color, and then they'll pick whatever kind of color and whatever car they want, practice with a black paint. And this is why. It is the hardest paint to detail. It shows every single mistake, every single scratch. You will see it.
Every missed spot in the sun. Oh my! That's when if you're going to be working on black cars or deep colored cars, and I mean the term was making it look like glass.
Yes.
You want a beautiful, just a watery shine, a beautiful glass look, and it's so hard. It's so hard on those, and those can be the most expensive cars to detail. I know because I charged extra for those, so it can be Very, very difficult. I got to get my start in make ready. So
It actually sounded for a second then like you said Textra.
did I?
I don't know. So,
I probably did.
So
Because-
like a mix of Texas and Extra. Hey, Scott.
Oh, well, I am a little textra, so I don't know. But, sorry, I got to pick up Stormy. But yeah, no, the black. Oh, dude. Okay. I didn't know what I was doing, and Sean and I stumbled into it 15 years ago, kind of like the way you did. I was helping out in Make Ready. I knew somebody that was working in Make Ready. They had a lot of cars to do. They were teaching me how to help them wax and buff and make sure. And that's where I burnt my first corner, by the way. I burnt my first corner with, and thank God it was going to get redone anyway, but they had to clear it up. So I was sitting there and I burned up a couple of corners with the buffer for the very first time. I learned how to wet sand there, which was amazing. And everything that I learned, and the way you mentioned earlier, Sean, with the brotherhood, it is exactly that. There is a make ready or a detailing brotherhood, because I had so many detailers there take the time to teach me how to do stuff, even though they weren't going to get any compensation out of it. They just wanted to teach you the craft. They're willing to give you knowledge and pass it on. That's what was important to them at the time. And so I do understand the brotherhood that you were speaking of, Sean. And I did have, our first car was actually given to us by a guy that was detailing for a car company, a used car lot. And we wound up knocking it out of the park and getting a contract with them and 3 other surrounding used car lots. So that brotherhood is very, very much alive. Very, very much alive. It's a great kind of a community to be in. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes. And so now what was, I want to say, I know what my toughest detail job was. What was your toughest to date? What was your toughest? Like, oh, it just got your gander, the toughest detail project. It still came out badass and everything you wanted, but it just was a pain in the ass. Is there one that stands out to you?
Yeah. It was a minivan. Yeah, I remember that one. It was a minivan. And the customer called me and said that she needed, and this is when I knew something, I should have known something was off by the way she described it. It's just a little dirty. I just need a deep clean done. I got a couple of kids, but they're not messy in the car. I just need a deep clean done. At that moment, I should have known. No. Minivan and kids, you're not, no.
The fact she was so desperate to point out that they're not messy in the car, that would have been where I would have, no, this isn't happening.
Well, see, I don't turn away what I call soccer moms. I don't turn them away, because if they're coming to me, that means the quote unquote part-time dad or whoever is in, the male figure in their lives isn't able to do it. And there are places that charge a lot more than I do in my area. And I don't want to see them have to go to them when I can do the job. Yes, I'm going to, charge my price, but I want to make sure that they have the convenience of what I do. Cause I come to the customer, I go to them. Other places, they're not going to do that. No. You have to bring the car to them. And
right on.
Let me tell you because I've seen this firsthand. If you have a couple of kids and they're amped up on sugar or they're hyper, trying to keep them calm near a shop or trying to keep them calm near a place where, where some serious work is getting done, it's not happening.
Hey, William.
Yeah, all the noises and the goings-ons and people doing really cool stuff on the car and they want to see what's going on. Yeah, it's hype. It a lot of auditory sensory stuff.
Yeah. And but the main problem with the car, like I got there, I looked at the outside. I was like, okay, the outside's good. I can handle that. No problem. I opened up the door and it was horrible.
Oh,
I was like, yeah. Dried and I still don't know how the hell she did this. I was able to get it out, but I don't know how they did it. When I say dried ice cream is the only thing I could say that it looked like. Dried ice cream.
Oh,
in the carpet.
What flavor?
Oh my God, that had to have like spilled and then like been in the heat for like a month.
And she tried to tell me as I'm looking at the car, she said, it's just a little, I'm not sure how that happened. It's been a while since we cleaned it. And I said, no problem. And, she said, are you sure? And I said, yeah, I'm sure I got this. It's okay. I said, just don't expect me to be done in like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And she said, take as much time as you need. I was like, no, I don't think you understand.
Like 3 days
I'm
later.
going to be here a minute.
Had there ever been a job that you, and I'll understand if you don't want to say, but had there ever been a job that you haven't been able to do? That was
if there's a job that I look at and I say I can't do it, I'm gonna call in a friend.
Right, refer them out. Yeah, call in and help refer them to a good friend. Yeah. Right.
There's actually one place that I sent, even though he's all the way in Pennsylvania. By the way, shout out to Brian with Apex Detail. For those of you that want to know more in depth than what I do, check out Apex Detail on YouTube. The host of it, his name is Brian. Tell him Showing the Detail guy sent you.
Right on.
I actually sent a customer to him. And when I called him, I said, hey, Brian, I got somebody for you. He said, wait, what? I was like, yeah, I got somebody for you. He said, what kind of car? What does it look like? And, from detailer to detailer, I told him exactly what I'm looking at so that he knows what he's going to be looking at when the car gets to him.
Exactly.
And he said, okay, what does he want? I said, well, I'm just touching the tip of the iceberg with this, but you do it like it's nobody's business. He wants ceramic coating done. And the kind of ceramic coating I do only lasts like 6 months. The type of ceramic coating he does lasts like 3 years.
Oh, geez, does it have nanotechnology in it? Oh my God, now I really got to check this out. Jeez.
Yes,
I got to check it out.
Good.
Wow,
he's
okay,
good.
Cool.
Cool. I assume you're saying all the way in Pennsylvania that you're not in Pennsylvania, but are you near the Pennsylvania border?
I'm roughly about 2 hours away from Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm. I'm
in upstate New York. I service most of the Hudson Valley area, all of Dutchess County and some of Orange County. For those of you that are listening that are familiar with the upstate New York area, you guys already know what areas I'm talking about. If you guys still not sure, you bet. Come on, Google it.
Yeah. Which cars did over there?
Mm-hmm. And it's by you living there that we even met.
That's
actually not in the current place that I'm at now, but yes, it was what Luke is talking about is I actually, and I was just about to get into that a little bit later, but I'll get into it now.
If you were gonna get into it later, it's fine. Let's complete the interview and then start shooting the shit.
Yeah, we'll do that. So, okay. So, I've got a big question for you, Sean, because I know what I would say. So, I asked this because this is how I think as far as what I used to do in detailing. What would be your dream car to detail, babe?
Oh,
dream
wow.
car. Like, I'm not even lying. Like, I wish I could detail like a Lamborghini. Oh my God. Diablo. Oh my God. I'd probably destroy the but that would be the one. If I could make, okay, that's how, and I'm overstretching, but like your dream, like just something that you see in your dreams and you're like, you know what? I could make that bitch bad. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever thought about that?
Yes. And honestly, it's any exotic car.
Isn't it?
But it has to be the paint. It obviously I don't want to do a black, an exotic black car. Candy apple red, Mopar blue.
Did
something like that,
I like the Mopar blue.
Yes, sir. Just very quickly, Sam, I've sent you a quick message on Twitter.
Okay, my bad. Oh my God. Yes. And I thought I would love just, to do something like that. But yeah, any exotic car. And I see a lot of exotic cars out here by where I live. And I'm like, oh, look at the swirl marks on that. Oh, it kills me. It makes, if I had nuts, my nuts would go up into myself like this. Because I would be like, fuck that fucking job, that detail job.
Yeah.
You're in a motherfucking Mercedes. What is that Mercedes? You're in a Mercedes G-Wagon, sucker. You should look better than you are right now. And it just drives me nuts.
Yeah, when I see customers come to me and I look at their car and they're like, I don't know why it's not shining like it was when I got it. And I'm like, and I look at the car and I'm like, you like going through the car wash, huh? And they're like, they ask me, they're like, how do you know? They're like, yeah, I keep it clean. You see how clean it is, but it's not as. I said, that's not clean. Mm-hmm. And they're like, how? And I literally take their hand and I put it to the car. And I say, go back and forth. And they go back and forth, and just the look on their face is like, what the? I'm like, you just came to the car wash, huh? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, it looks shiny, don't it? And they're like, yeah. I was like, now you feel all that? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, that's taking away the shine. All that's on there, your car's not clean. It looks clean, but it's not clean.
Oh my gosh, do people not understand it? It's almost like washing your car with a dirty rag. Now look,
exactly.
If you were mudding and off-roading and mudding, go through the fucking car wash. Get that shit off. Knock it off, because all that dirt's going to eat through your paint, right? You got to keep the dust and the dirt off. It eats through your paint. The sun is damaging your paint. You got to take care of your car. So run it through the dirty car wash, but take some time, take it home, give it some TLC, and wash it down with your hands, because you can feel it. Can't you, Sean? You can feel it on the car. You can feel the grit, and when you've washed it. It's almost like when you're wet sanding. You can feel the difference as you're washing and you're cleaning and you're moving and clearing out the debris. You feel that under your hand, and I'm sure Sean does, because he's an experienced detailer. So that's what he's feeling and searching for when he's touching up your car, suckers. So, listen to the expert here.
And one thing that I mention to customers all the time, and they ask me, that's like, okay, so how do I maintain this? I tell them, do not go through the cloth car wash anymore. I said, the very last time you went through is going to be the very last time you're going to go through.
Right.
Living in upstate New York, we get winter here. We get winter bad up here.
Oh,
And,
the
with
salt.
winter,
Mm.
yeah, with the salt and
Mm.
everything, I tell them
Yeah.
that is the only time that it is acceptable to go through the cloth car wash. That's it.
Right.
That's the only time it's acceptable. If especially if you don't have a ceramic coating on there, go through the cloth car wash, get all that stuff off your car because that's going to eat through your paint. Go through there,
Oh,
absolutely. I'm not going to tell you don't do it. I'm going to tell you to
there,
do it.
there you go.
But
There you go. That's like a
if we're
necessity kind of a thing.
yeah,
Uh,
but if we're in
hmm.
spring, summer, go through the touch list.
Hmm.
The touch list is they'll shoot out the same chemicals that is used with the cloth, but it's shooting it to the car, and there's
Right.
nothing touching it but the chemicals. So
Right.
it reduces greatly the risk of getting scratches on the car because
Oh
there's
my
nothing
gosh.
touching the car that will cause a scratch.
Yeah,
Um,
because you see stuff slapping up your car, you're thinking, yeah, that's not scratching my shit up.
They've actually got a question from Megan in the chat, just saying, so
Uh-huh.
car washes are bad.
Touch car washes are bad. I don't care if they say soft cloth car wash. Look at it this way. It's a cloth that is touching your car. So if the car before you had
Mm-hmm.
mud on it, had a person that didn't take care of their car, that once every 8 years they put it through the car wash and you just
Ugh.
happen to be behind them at that moment in time,
Hmm.
all that stuff that was on their car is now attached to that cloth. So imagine that cloth now is touching your baby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's not going the stuff on the cloth isn't going to just come off because there's a lot of
Right.
because it's
No, no,
soft flapping around.
nobody's washing that. Like, and in a brand new car wash, hey, those cloths are brand new. They're really soft. They're really plush. But after a million car washes, imagine just a dirty rag slapping your car.
And, and,
Exactly.
It's horrible.
and
That's
now,
horrible. Oh my gosh.
now we have June saying, so is a mechanical car wash fine then?
By mechanical, do you mean like I'm not sure what you mean by mechanical.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I got thrown off by that
yeah,
mechanical car wash.
it's not me asking, it's June in the chat, so
Oh,
we can
that's what
wait
I'm
for,
asking.
yeah,
Is it
so,
me? Is it maybe? Well, it's a few seconds delay. So, but
yeah.
it is better to yeah. So but well, let's see. When we asked June, what does he mean by he types up what a mechanical car wash is. Megan says, so it's better just to hand wash. Is what Megan is asking.
Yes, and when you hand wash, don't go in circles. Go like in back and forth, like one single, like back and forth directions. Um, you know how you see on Karate Kid where they doing the wax on, wax off?
I
No.
would just go in to say, so that scene in Karate Kid is wrong.
That scene in Karate Kid was done correctly for that type of car.
There you go. There you go.
For the cars that we have now, you do not do what you saw on Karate Kid. No.
Wax on,
right.
Wax off.
Wax. It is a very technical thing. I'm still wondering what a mechanical car wash is. Is that maybe that's that? I'm feeling that's the one with the slappy rags is what he's probably talking about. Yes. If that's the case where you go in and rags and stuff just hit your car and scrub the dirt from another car onto you, yes. That's probably what it is, June.
Right. If that's what you mean, you do not want to go through those. Like if you have different seasons where you have winter and there's like road salt and things like that that's on the car, yes, go through that during that time. If it's on your vehicle, go through that to get it off of your vehicle. Most definitely, yes. If you do not live in a climate area like that where it's nice all the time, there's no reason to do that. No.
Oh, Sean, even the people that live on the West Coast with the salty air, huh? That also does. I'm sorry, Luke, what was that?
He's saying it's an auto wash, but I'm guessing what you're talking about is versus touchless.
Yes.
Touchless, yes.
Touchless, yeah. Touch versus touchless.
I know June is somewhere in Canada, but I don't know where in Canada.
They touch each other and all kinds of things in Canada, so I'm thinking it's a touch-filled wash. I'm just joking. But if it is, June, if it's an auto wash, make sure that nothing's slapping against your car. And it's just the sprayers, like Sean said. The sprayers that spray on all the good chemicals onto your car. And that's if you kind of have to wash off the bad stuff, like Sean said, with, like if you're and Canada does have ice and snow in a lot of parts of Canada for a lot of the part of the year. So that would probably, the mechanical one, I think, if I'm saying this correctly, Sean, the mechanical one for his particular climate, because it does snow a lot in Canada. I don't know what part he's in, but it does snow a lot in different parts of Canada. You would need to at least get the touch wash just to remove the salt deposits that they throw on the ground and stuff like that, and get that off your car so it doesn't eat it up. Did I say that
right?
Okay?
During the time of when you have that going on, I would definitely do that. Yes.
But on the summer months, rub your baby up with your hands. Show your baby some tender, loving care.
Do you ever detail your own car, or is it like the medical industry where there's an unwritten rule that you don't treat yourself?
No.
That's a good one.
No. I will detail my own car. I actually have a lot of fun in detailing my own car. I love doing that because that's my advertisement. That's my advertisement
Right.
while I'm driving. People want to see
business card. Yeah.
Exactly. They want to know, how good are you? I want to see it. How good are you? And they see my car. If my car is filthy on the outside, they're going to look at me and be like, no, you ain't touching my car.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
we've got Megan asking, what about for pollen? Because he or she is in North Carolina.
Oh,
Okay.
pollen is a good question. That's a good one. What about that?
Now, with pollen, I'm going to tell you something it's going to sound funny, but it's going to help you out. Get yourself a hose, like a garden hose with a really good nozzle, whatever kind of nozzle you want to use, unless you have a pressure washer, which if you do, go for it. Rinse the car off. That's it. Rinse the car off. If the pollen has been sticking onto the car initially, and this is with anything, rinse the car off first. Okay. After you rinse the car off, because you're getting everything off of it, if you have access to a pressure washer, foam the car down. Get yourself a foam cannon and foam the car down. If you don't have that luxury on having that, that's fine. That's 100% totally fine. Get yourself a bucket. Throw in a few wash mitts in there, not just one. Throw in a few wash mitts. And each wash mitt you use, when you take it out, put it on the car and go back and forth, and you'll be fine. Never use that same never take that same wash mitt and put it back into your wash bucket and put it back, because essentially you're doing the exact same thing that you would be doing in the car wash. You want to reduce the risk greatly of marring or scratching or creating swirl marks on the vehicle. That's why I highly recommend you use multiple wash mitts when you do the car.
Great advice. Absolutely wonderful. Wonderful. Oh my gosh. Now I want to go wash my car. Okay. Oh my gosh. Let me see. I know I had another question. Oh, okay. My next question for you. What is your favorite part of the detailing process? For example, for me, it was, I would get a bucket the night before, throw my sandpaper in there because I was going to wet sand the next day because I like to soak it overnight. And so I would soak my my sandpaper, the finest grit, fine. Of course, you have multiple grits because you're going to work with the finest first or the roughest first, and then go down from there. But that was so therapeutic for me. Just because it's got to be like you got to listen and feel for your, and it was so therapeutic. What is it for you that what's your favorite part? What's that Zen moment you get during what time of the process do you get that Zen, or if you do you get a Zen feeling from it?
Honestly, it's from the moment that I first started touching the car. The moment my hands touch the car, it's weird. I'm happy. I'm in my happy place at that moment in time, because it's, to me, I treat that car like it's my own. And some people say, they say, oh, everybody says that. No, like at that moment in time, like there was a black Audi that I did. And he was a really good friend of mine. And at that moment in time, I had a black Audi.
Just very quickly, I'd like to say good night to Jody Nasty.
Good night, Jody. For that moment in time, I had a black Audi. And it was like the same thing. Like, I'm driving around, I know I don't own the car. I'm not crazy. I know I don't own the car. But in my mind, while I'm touching the car, I'm driving around with this car. How's a customer going to look at this car and say, "Oh, you're not touching my car"? No. I want to, the customers say, "Oh, you did that to your car. This is your car. You did that to this." Oh yeah, definitely. And it's not until I hand the keys back over that I realize, yep, okay, that the Zen ends, because it's, at that, once the keys get handed back over, all right, now we're down to business. But when I have the keys, I'm in my Zen moment. It's weird.
Mm-hmm. What car do you drive?
I drive a 2015 Chrysler 200C.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, her name is Sally. And yes, for those of you that are like, but isn't Sally yes, she is. Yes, Sally is the nickname of it's a song, and it was Mustang Sally. And I know there's a lot of people that are like, but Chrysler's not a Ford. I know. I have always loved Fords. Ever since I could walk, I loved Fords. I loved Mustangs. And every car that I've ever owned, she's been called Sally. Why? Because she treats me good. And I love the name. So that's why every car that I own, I name Sally.
Are you one of those people that names all of your cars, or is it just
Yes.
for the first one off?
No. Every single car I owned, I've named. The only car that I didn't name Sally was I owned the Scion TC.
So not only do you name them all, but pretty much all of them have had the same name.
No, the Scion TC, her name was TC.
Huh.
And she was a good car. She was good to me. She just had a problem. She liked to, when I drove her and I get to where I need to get to, she liked to constantly throw off a check engine light. And when I would get to a place where I could get the check engine light red, she would like to shut off the check engine light. She liked to mess with me.
She just wanted your attention.
Yeah, she did.
But
Daddy, attention, Daddy! Look at me, Daddy.
I was thinking about possibly looking to bring this actual interview section to a close and taking a quick 3-4 minute break.
Yeah, we can still talk about we're gonna still shoot the shit. If you're okay to stick around, I still want to shoot the shit with you, Sean. We can still talk detailing here and there and just shoot the shit with everything else if you're still cool to hang with us.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Okay, we're just gonna take a quick break and then we'll be back.
Okay.
Luke?
Yep. I hope you enjoyed the song. It's one that I found earlier on today and was like, holy shit, I have to send this.
It's a good one.
And just quickly, I'm sorry for the extended period of dead air, everyone. After that song came to a close, I sort of fucked up a little bit.
No, it was my fault.
No.
It was my fault.
Now, let's be honest, this was all me.
It was like,
sorry about that, guys. I'm back too.
It was like a second. Don't even worry about it. Good song, guys, though.
And just quickly, does anyone want to touch on what Dave just said in the chat?
Oh my god, dude. So Jenk was right. This Sean kid is cool. Oh, I hope that was it because that's what I'm looking at right now. And you know what? Puppy Dave, he is so cool. The coolest. Like ice cold. Oh my god. So like ice cold cool. You know what I mean? Cool. Like not mean or nothing. Just fucking cool.
And you know what? I am so glad that Dave said that because it's going to bring up that, and actually everybody is going to be in on this, how me and Luke met.
Which through Jenk.
Oh, yeah. That is such a great segue. Oh my god, look at Boppy, part of the show here.
So this is what happened. I was living in an area, and not that many people know, but I love video games. I'm a big gamer. I love video games. If there's a video game, I want to play it. Pretty much. Ever since I was little, I've always been like that. And I met these two people that they was also gamers. And he said, hey, you like video games? I was like, is the sky blue? Of course I like video games. What kind of game? And he showed me the game, and I was like, wow. And then they looked at me, and it's like, do you mind? I was like, mind what? What are you about to do? And they said, oh well, we do shows. And I was like, what do you mean you do shows? And they said like gaming shows. I was like, wait, what? And I sat in on one of their games that they did a live stream on. And I was shocked. I was like, well, wait, what? This is you guys? And it shocked me. And I got to meet Luke I was in the chat room, and Luke was being Luke. And I chimed in with, how everything was going, and Luke was like, he was awesome. Like everything was cool. Like I will never forget the very first thing that he said was, wait, who's that guy in the background? And I said, oh, don't worry, Luke. I said, you'll find out when we come and we get you. And ever since then, it's like, me and Luke been good friends after that. He is a good friend.
That's kind of the way I wound up meeting you too. I was in one of Jenk and CJ's streams, and the first time you were in the chat, and then the second time you were actually on there with them, and I got to hear your voice for the first time and stuff like that. But right away, it was just like super coolness, man. Super fucking coolness.
I do have to say, the first time you were ever in one of Jenk's streams has to be one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Was that when I mysteriously appeared, or?
It it was on it was on YouTube, and they were spending a good few minutes trying to work out who Silver Serpent was.
Silver Serpent. Well, hi, Silver Serpent. And everybody's like, and then Luke was like, "That's Sensible Sam," and they they flipped their lid when they.
No, you were the one that
Was
revealed
it.
it.
Oh, I was like, "It's me, Sam, Sensible Sam."
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, that was so fucking me. Oh my god, dude, it was so fun. Like, yeah, so okay, Silver Serpent or Sensible Sam. That's my and Silver Serpent isn't even spelled like serpent. It's spelled serpent because that's all I could find that was available. So it looks like Silver Pants, but it's not. Don't let your eyes deceive you. It's not Silver Pants. It's Silver Serpent. They're like, "Who's Silver Pants?" I was like, "God damn it! It's not Silver Pants. It's Sensible Sam."
Does anyone ever get it right the first time?
No, not once, Luke. Not once. I'm totally not cool. It's always Silver Pants. And I was like, I should, you know what? Eventually, I think after like 7 to 10 years of being called Silver Pants, I think I'm ready to go for it and just evolve from Silver Serpent to Silver Pants. I don't know. We'll see how that happens. I assumed it was Silver Serpent, says June. I'm surfing in my silver pants. Oh, geez. But that's how we all met, was on Jenk's stream. It was just one of those things that was just clumsily funny. And Sean just welcomed us so warmly, and it was just so cool. And we just kind of all clicked. And so I don't get to play because my kids took my gaming system. They took over it after theirs broke. So I just get to watch, but it's so fun to see these guys together and just interact. It's such a great group. So, we had to definitely bring Sean on here. He's just one of the good guys that you guys got to know. So what an amazing time.
And you know what's funny though?
Just quickly, two things immediately spring to my mind from the streams that night. It was you coming in for the first time. And it was, I believe it was also the night where Sean's a moderator for them on YouTube and on Twitch, and he timed me out for no reason by mistake.
Don't lie, Luke. You're probably being vulgar in there. You probably weren't following community rules. Don't lie.
Okay, so what happened with that was, and it's hilarious. We still laugh about this. Okay, so as a joke, I was going to do something to Luke, but I forgot what it was, and I pushed his button for him, and I was just going to mess with him a little bit, and I didn't realize that the button I pushed actually meant you're muting that person, they can't say anything. And I'm thinking that he's booted. It said, because on my screen it shows it said Sean, muted, boom, and I don't see him anymore. And I'm like, yo, did I just kick him out? Oh man, I didn't mean to kick him out. I felt like crap. Jenks and CJ are laughing their ass off at me. And I'm like, yo, this isn't funny, guys. And then they said you didn't boot him. He can hear us. He just can't type in. And I was like, are you serious? They're like, yep. And after that, I felt so bad. I was like, oh, he probably thinks I don't like him. He probably thinks, oh man, this is horrible.
I knew instantly what happened because I've done it myself.
He's done it too. I'm dying. I'm sorry.
And it was when he came back in, he just said all nonchalantly, I'm back.
No,
And I'm like,
no,
yo, Luke, I'm so sorry, man.
I didn't say I'm back. I said, ain't no timeout ever gonna keep me down, bitch.
That's right, you did.
Ain't no timeout. You know what, Sean? Luke and I have been timed out on YouTube so many times. It was like, all right, whatever. I'm back. I'm out of prison, yo. I just buffed out in the courtyard. I'm cool. I'm back. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. That's so funny.
Yeah,
I'm trying to breathe, Scott.
I wanted to bring the gaming community and the detailing community together. You know, that's pretty much my ultimate goal, to bring the two communities together, you know, because not for nothing, you know, there are some detailers out there. They're pretty good gamers. I'm not going to lie. They're good gamers, but you wouldn't know that if you don't game with them. And then there's, you know, some gamers that, you know, they know their way around the car a little bit, you know. Why not have the two worlds come together?
Oh, wow. Mind fucking blown. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. Bringing people together is my thing. Love, cooperation, fucking brotherhood, sisterhood, familyhood, humanhood. Yes, I am all about that, Sean. Love that. Love that you said that. Bring those communities together, babe. If there's anybody that can do it, your heart is going to do it. Because that's
you know
what it
what?
is.
Hey, Dave, you still there?
He's there.
Let me and you get together one day. Let's see if we can make this happen. All right, brother?
Woo-wee. That's talking about everybody just coming together. I love. Can you hear it? Everybody start touching each other's. Touch each other. Touch each other. Oh, that's got to be a new beat. Mm-hmm. Let's do it. That's it. We're dropping beats. We'll see you guys later. We're going to work on some beats. I'm just joking. Dude, oh my God. That is freaking awesome. Oh, and Papa says, we'll fuck some shit up. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's the motivation. That's the fucking community. Yes. That's what it's about. That's what I'm talking about. That's why we've got the amazing Sean, the detail guy, up on a podcast, because he's awesome. He's smart. He's talented. He's great. He'll kick your ass in cleaning cars. Don't even try to hate. Oh, look, I'm a rapper. I rapided it. I rapided it just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm such a Sean has had the privilege of listening to us be a dork, but not necessarily have us being a dork in his ear. So
yeah, that has to be my favorite quote of yours.
What?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. There's always room, Luke, in everything you do. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Don't take a lot of room. Just a little bit. Put it off to the side. Just a little bit. Take me in all the way. Just a little bit. You know what? I need to stop fake rapping over here because that's for Monday, not for today. So I need to stop that shit. Everybody's going to leave. But oh my God, it's such a small world, honestly. Gaming, podcasting, detailing, everything that we're doing, it's almost like that 6 degrees of something. Everybody knows something or is attached to someone. And I think it's a beautiful thing that now we have this arm into the detailing community where we can say, hey, we know a detailer and I've seen his videos. He's good, guys. So, you know, just saying. He knows what he's talking about. Definitely knows what he's fucking talking about. And if you want an educational video, you want to learn how to take care of your baby, this is the guy. Get your basics. Get and then work on from there. Go on to his earlier videos and work your way up. Because, wow, it's amazing. I'm so glad we had you on. It's like, it's such a wonderful skill to share, and it's something that people at home you can help do, and that's a new subscriber. That's a new follower, that's going to follow you and learn, because I'm following him. 15 years ago, I was detailing. 15 years ago, I had a detailing business, and I would go and pick up cars and take them to my house and detail them there, because I had a place, an awning, and I had all kinds of stuff set up. And to hear him speak so passionately and feel that same way, it's just an amazing thing to share with everybody. So it's one of my passions. It's one of the things I love to do. And I'm so glad to share somebody that is in the profession and that knows what he's doing. Sean got skills is what I got to say. Hashtag Sean got skills. That's going to be a new hashtag. I just made it up. I'm sorry. I'm over here gushing over you, Sean. You're just so fucking awesome. You're just so fucking awesome. Seriously. Like, dude, come.
Thank you.
I will. Now I'm like, what can I sell to get you on a flight over here just to detail my car? You know what I mean? I was like, dude, what can I sell a kid? Dude, how much do kids go for these days? 17-year-old. Anybody? Any takers? He does windows. He can cook eggs. No? Well, hit me up, DM me, whatever. DM me.
Why did I have a weird feeling you were about to go into auctioneer mode?
I almost did. Going once, give me twice. He can do scrambled eggs, poached egg, give me once, give me twice. 30, do I hear 40? Do I hear 40? Everybody come in. Nope. Do I hear 30? Do I hear 60? 60. Sold for $1 million and 3 scrambled eggs. I'm horrible. But this is so awesome. I'm loving this. I'm going to bring him my car. You should, Megan. You should. Because he knows what he's doing. Have you ever looked into maybe competition detailing?
If there is, I'm not quite there yet. And that's just me personally. Other people will say different.
Right.
Yes.
I don't think that I'm there yet.
That actually reminded me. I know you said you used to wash cars as a kid, but how long have you actually been officially detailing for?
I would say a little over 5 years.
Little over 5 years.
Sweet.
Just a little bit over 5 years.
Just a little bit. I did one car show. I was able to help out for one car show, a Vegas car show, and the car that I assisted in detailing. My job, I didn't do any like wet sanding or anything. All I did was buffing, quarter panels, deck lid, hood, the roof, side panels. I did all, basically the entire car. I buffed it out, and you know what? We won second place in Vegas. Got a big old trophy. It was really nice. That was fun.
How many?
It was a big convention. It was over 100 cars, and we got second place.
Nice.
That's impressive.
So that was pretty impressive. That's my one and only detailing accomplishment. Well, no, I have a lot of accomplishments, but the one that I can say, well, dude, I actually was able to showcase a little bit of what I knew and what I learned. And it was a family project that we were, like you said, detailers are families, and we were just a family. We're just helping each other. We were detailing till about, we were detailing till about 3 or 4 in the morning. Right before we carefully loaded it, we covered it up and loaded it into the transporter that it was going to be into the trailer. And the trailer took off at about 6 in the morning. So we had been there like all night long, doing like refinishing, redoing, retouching, stuff like that, because of course dust happens, this happens. So we did it, and then come 6 o'clock, it was off on a trailer and they drove out there until they got there and competed. It was awesome. It was a fun time, because we were up all night just having fun, listening to tunes, taking everything seriously, but we were having a good time at it. It was such a great moment, great memories. Great memories.
Yeah, that's when detail spray becomes your best friend.
Good,
Oh
good,
my God, yes.
good night, Megan.
Night, Megan. Thank you for joining. Please come back again.
Good night.
So yeah, that's awesome. I can't wait to to see that one day, to see a show winning car. It's fun stuff. Detailing is such a vast community, and there's so many areas, and there's so much stuff. It's crazy. Techniques, products, you name it. It's so awesome. You can't get bored. If you love it, you just can't get bored. There's always something new. At least that's the way I feel.
No, that's true. I mean, you're always learning something new. There's never going to be somebody that, and if you do meet this person, don't deal with them. If they say they know everything there is to know about detailing, don't talk to that person,
Right.
because they don't.
Yeah.
They don't
Techniques
know
are
the
always,
first thing.
yeah, techniques
They-
are always evolving. Techniques are always getting better. Product is always getting better. Yeah, no, you never know everything. Never.
That actually reminds me of a logical fallacy that I found out about a couple of days ago. I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically the stupid overestimate not their intelligence, and the clever underestimate it, because the stupid don't know how much they don't know, and the clever assume everyone's on the same level.
Right.
Exactly.
That's a good way to look at it. That I'm forever a student, and it doesn't matter in what it is. I mean, see, that's great to apply in any situation of your life, Luke. It's one of those things. It's like, do the best that you can. Never assume that you know more than anybody else, and always be open to learning and growing. Because once you stop learning and growing, you better be 6 foot under, because that's when it stops. And if you think you're better than that, and you don't need to learn anything else, baby, you might as well just stick 1 foot in, because that's not how life works.
There's a guy that he's one of the greats. Like, I'm just gonna throw it out there. He is one of the greats, and he said in one of his videos, he said yes. He said, I've been doing this for a while. Yes, I do exotic cars. Yes, this is, I'm what you would, who you would go to for questions. He said, but he said there's people I go to when I have questions, and he said it himself. He said the paint that was done 20 years ago is not the same paint that we have today.
Yes.
And I listened to when he said that, and I was like, wait, what?
Always check the paint code. Always check the paint code before you start detailing a car. Yes.
And when he said that, I was like, wow. He's right.
Just very quickly, I just checked online, and that fallacy that I was talking about is called the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Dunning-Kruger effect.
I'll put it in the chat.
Okay.
See? Again, our point proven right there. We learned something new. I didn't know that's what that was called.
Me either. I learn all the time. Luke teaches me so much. I'm forever a student. Forever a student. So, always, what is it? Jack of all trades, master of none.
Exactly.
That's what I try to consider myself. If I gotta change out, some piping or something regarding our sewage or whatever, I gotta mend a fence. I gotta put a starter into my car. I gotta wait a table. I gotta clean some teeth. You know what? I'm not a master of anything, but I am a jack of all trades, and I try to learn a little bit of everything to enrich my life. And so should you. And
with you saying that, it made me remember that Tinder profile using a line similar to that on there.
What was that?
It was a couple of weeks ago when I had to do the Tinder profile, and you saying that reminded me of a line I used in one of the chats on there.
Oh my God. The jack of all trades one?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're so Lucy. She's so bad. But it's so true. Jack of all trades, master of none. It's my favorite expression because I will never. If I wanted to, I could master something. Should I want to master one thing? Probably, but I'd like to know a lot more trades than anything else, I guess. Give me a little bit of everything. I'd rather have a little bit of everything than a whole lot of one thing, if that makes sense.
No, that's true. That's how it should be.
Because if I just concentrated on one thing when my toilet overflows, I wouldn't know what to do with it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
It's like I still want. I mean, at my age, I'd still love to go back to school, and I've always wanted to study law. I mean, that would be great. Will it happen? Probably not. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll be like a lawyer at like the age of 60, and then I can fight for diapers. No. I will fight for your diaper, for your right to buy cheap diapers. Call old sensible Sam. She parties a lot, but she'll take care of you. Because I'm gonna be like one of those old ladies that's always high. But I'll be totally professional in court. I promise. I'll totally be professional in court. I'm gonna be so high, but I'm gonna be professional.
Well, would you be a prosecutor or a defense attorney?
Oh, you know what? I could never. They're going to make you prosecute because I wanted to be an attorney before the dental thing. They will make you do at least a prosecution case, and they will take you pro bono, of course, as like an internship. So you have to prosecute a case and you have to defend a case. What I would choose, I would probably be a public defender. Because a lot of people don't get the opportunity to get the right legal counsel that they deserve because they're in poverty. And so I would love to be a public defender and take care of those people that are stuck in the system, that are in there for a fucking ticket, but they spend more time in jail than a rapist or a murderer because they can't bond out of their traffic ticket. So it's like a vicious cycle. Yeah, I would definitely be a defender, public defender. Definitely. I couldn't prosecute because I don't believe in. I would, if I would prosecute, I would mainly focus on certain issues. Probably not non-violent drug crimes would not be on my radar. Let's just say that.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
I almost hate the term non-violent drug crimes because in my eyes, it's not a fucking crime.
It shouldn't be. You know, it really shouldn't be. When it becomes violent. Now, when I say non-violent, it's just because it means that people that are hurting themselves, because unfortunately, whatever path they took, that's where they're at. Now, the violent ones where they're hurting people, now I still don't think it's their problem, but we don't have funding to kind of help them get off of that, as in rehab or, we have drug cases and we're like, okay, we'll just put them in jail, stick them in a 9x9, let them go nuts, and 8x9, and let them go nuts, and let them release them and let them just wreak havoc again.
Okay, and I'm going to let in on something here. The way I feel about most illegal drugs right now, except for marijuana, which should be flat out legal, full stop, no questions asked, is right. I feel it should carry the same legal status as a lockpick, where it's not a crime in and of itself to be in possession of it.
Right.
However, if you commit another crime while in possession of lockpicks, you will cop an extra charge, if that makes any sense.
No, that makes absolute sense. That's what I was working. That I'm an activist, and everybody knows that I'm an activist and stuff like that, advocate. And you guys are going to think I'm about to lose my mind right now, but don't judge me on this, guys. I think all drugs should be legal, and don't, before everybody jumps out of their skin. What I mean by that is legal with supervision, legal with mental health, legal with healthcare services in the budget. Okay, we can do that. It can happen. Believe me, we're giving enough to the 1% that we can actually pull some cash back and start these programs.
I'm not sure what nation it was that actually tried that, whether it was Portugal. I think it was either Portugal, the Netherlands, or Denmark, where
even
they,
if
where
I'm sorry.
I'm not sure if they legalized or decriminalized all drugs.
Oh yeah,
But,
yeah. Okay.
but overdose rates tanked.
Yes. That's what people fear.
And the amount of people even using drugs
Yep.
tanked.
Yep. And let me tell you why it tanked. Because those locations that have started safe use clinics, it's what they're called. You can go over there, get medical grade heroin, okay? Get injected in a supervised atmosphere. Now, when you're doing it there, they also provide counseling and ask you and support you. They're not just asking you questions, they're supporting you on it. So that's where the big drop in usage comes, because people are tired of it. Nobody wants to be a drug addict, right? So when you get help, you have somebody to reach out to and you say, dude, I'm tired of this. Well, guess what? We can help you with that. And they have. A lot of people have graduated from those programs and gone back into society to work. How amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a process. It takes time, and it takes a team of people, and it can be done. So when I say legalize drugs, I'm not saying everybody's going to go wild, because the statistics have proven when it gets decriminalized or legalized, usage and death rates and OD rates go down.
Just start saying it's Portugal, but that's one thing that annoys me, are the people who equate legalizing with endorsing. They're not the same thing.
Yeah, my governor, Greg Abbott, is all like, God told me that if I fucking legalized it, that y'all would be using heroin by the end of the week. If I legalize cannabis, you guys will be using heroin by the end. It's not a gateway drug. That's called reefer madness. I want everybody to go home tonight after you listen to us. Go look up reefer madness and watch that crazy ass video. Tell me if that isn't the most craziest shit you've ever seen. And it's so much propaganda. It's nuts. But that is that was one of the videos to cement prohibition on cannabis.
Yeah, while I don't believe in hell, if it exists, there's a special place there for Harry Anslinger, but...
Oh, yeah, Harry Anslinger can lick my fucking taint, and I'm sorry that y'all had to hear that. No, I'm not sorry. Vortex Sam says Harry Anslinger can lick her taint. That's what the fuck Sam just said. And it's true.
Yeah.
Because when we stop persecuting these people and we start actually helping them out and figuring out why, oh my God, will shit be so much better. Well, you know what? A rapist, a murderer, a serial killer, a habitual offender, violent offender, we're wasting so many resources and so many people are getting away. Our prisons in Texas are filled with, I want to, let me see, don't quote me on this, guys, because this was a long time ago that I saw this. I need to really look this up again, but I think it was about 75% of the people that were in Texas prisons were nonviolent offenders.
And
that's how we make our money.
And you know what makes it even worse?
What's that?
A quote that came out from one of Richard Nixon's old advisors. Because Nixon was the one that started the whole war on drugs.
Yeah, he could have ended it. He could have ended it when his term came around, but he was trying to get the popular vote, and say no to drugs was really popular at not say no to drugs because that was Nancy Reagan, but but the war on drugs, he wanted to get votes, and so he went with that. He went with it. It was a political move.
Yeah, and a quote from one of Nixon's old advisors, which he admitted publicly in 1992, just proves that. I'm not sure if you've ever heard it.
I don't think so.
Do you want me to read it out?
Yes, please.
You want to know what this was really all about? Nixon had two enemies, the anti-war left and black people.
Yes.
We knew we couldn't make it illegal to either be against the war or black, but by getting the public to associate the hippies with marijuana and black people with heroin, then criminalizing them both heavily, we could disrupt their communities, arrest their leaders, and vilify them night by night on the evening news. Did we know we were lying about the drugs?
Yes,
of course we did.
And that's the way it was. I mean, if you look at it, the Contra paperwork was released, was declassified, you know, and the whole Contra bit was they were putting crack cocaine into African American and low income communities so that they could gather money to buy weapons for the Contra. That's all public knowledge. I'm not making anything up. That's what our CIA did to our people. They gave them crack cocaine so they could do that. How? We all need to stand up together. Don't look down on the person that's using methamphetamine or crack or heroin. Think about why. Not if. There's always a reason. And if that was flooding into your neighborhood and you were hungry and starving and it was okay to take a hit of crack cocaine and you weren't hungry for at least 6 hours, you don't understand that. You know? So people, it's so demonizing that my organization had to change their name. I can't even say the organization because I don't want to do that, but I work for a very large organization and we had to change our name for that very fact. Is that people saw it was a stigma, and people aren't willing to look past the drug use. You know what? I was on I had health issues for 15 years, right? I was on Vicodin for 15 years, and I never took more than I was supposed to. I took the exact dose. I never had to go up, and I did what I had to do. But guess what? You just can't stop that medication. It doesn't work that way. You got to wean off of it. And you know what? It creates psychological problems if you're not strong enough to get off of that. I'm thankful to say that I don't even take Tylenol today.
Right on.
I smoke, baby. I medicate, and I'm proud to say I'm an outlaw. I fucking do that shit. Fuck it.
Hell yeah.
I'm not going to sit there and become a slave to anything anymore, but I'm also going to help others that have been in my position. Car crashes, accidents. Babe, when the war on drugs came on and they started trying to take people off their pain medicines that really needed it, they started turning to heroin and methamphetamine.
I wonder why.
I wonder why. Because my doctor was afraid to go to jail because the feds were like, he had to turn in all my paperwork. I checked out okay. I had to give piss tests. I checked out okay, but what about the rest of the people that didn't? I took the pills that my doctor told me to take. I wasn't on the corner. I didn't go see Little John under the bridge.
Yeah.
You know, sorry, Little John, didn't mean to call you out. But I'm saying, you know, and that's the way it is. So think about it when you see the next drug addict and you think, oh, poor sap, that's where he wants to be. Because you know what, baby, you have no idea how he got there. Have a little compassion, a little love, and a little understanding goes a long way. So when I say I want all drugs legalized, I want all drugs legalized with a stipulation. I want a funding for mental health care. I want a funding for social services, and I want a funding for job placement. Because these people want to get back. They want to get back to being normal. So,
yeah,
you know. Oh wow, we went off on a tangent, didn't we?
a little bit. I was going to ask if you want to go to the second and final break of the night.
Let's do a second final and break, and let me just say, drugs! Okay, I'm sorry, my bad. Drugs! Hey guys, before we go, wait, what? Before we go, you guys know I'm going to be like this really high old lady, right? I'm going to be doing shrooms, MDMT, so if y'all want to like come visit me in Texas and bring me drugs, do it. Because I'm like, when I'm 60 though, no, 65. But I'm telling them now because I want them to remember. I'm going to use every drug under the sun because by the time I'm 60 or 70, I'm on my way out. I'm going to have fun.
Hashtag growing old disgracefully.
Oh, so disgracefully, babe. I'm going to be that old person twerking on the corner. I'm like, woo, woo, woo. Yep. I'm going to look like Miley Cyrus, but 70.
Shout out Sky Genie.
Shout out Sky Genie. All right, okay, I'm done. Let's take a break.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like touching my butt, and then then I was like touching it closer, and I was trying to figure out what's going on with my butt. But then, wait, guys, are we on air?
I don't think so.
I hope you enjoyed that, Mixler chat.
Oh, wow, we was actually on air for that?
Oh shit. My bad, guys.
I gave you the 3, 2, 1.
Is that what you were saying?
Is that what that was?
Oh, man.
Okay. Mental note to myself: when Luke says 3, 2, 1, stop talking about your butt.
Got
Shit.
it.
Damn it. Mental note recorded. I love you guys. Can I just say how much fun I'm having tonight? I mean, how wonderful that Luke and I have this little tiny show, and we get to have somebody as amazing as you. You know, we've had amazing people on here. We've been so blessed. Just another night.
You guys are awesome, and I greatly appreciate that. Like, you guys, honestly, like when I'm listening to you guys on the show, whatever kind of day I've had or anything like that, you guys always put a smile on my face. I'm always laughing. You know, it's always funny. You guys are awesome. I thank you tremendously for having me.
Hearing that warms my heart.
That means so much, because that's what we strive for here at TCP. It's just, I've said it 1,000,000 times for no reason. It's a safe space that Luke and I created, you know, just to have fun, shoot the shit, be with each other. We keep it we try to keep it non-political. Cannabis comes up once in a while, but we try to keep it non-political. We do things so that, you know what, I feel selfish because this is my therapy, and this is how I get to unwind. Sam has to be all prim and proper. I got to be all, you know, yes sir, yes. Well, I'm a yes sir, yes ma'am all the time because I'm a Southern Belle, so it doesn't matter. But it's still one of those things where this is where we get to just be silly, just have a good time, and enjoy each other's company.
Hey,
really, the only reason Luke and I even started the show was just to hang out with you guys.
Hell yeah. Spot
so,
on.
You know, and it's been a success. Success.
But just very quickly, what up, Chester?
What up, feta cheese man?
See?
Feta cheese, Sicily cheese, Monterey Jack cheese, queso hombre. That's cheese man in Spanish, by the way. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. But dude, it's been so fucking awesome.
I honestly think I've found my new favorite type of cheese, and it almost seems like it's bullshit given the name of it.
What cheese?
Mexicana.
Wait a minute. Why is it bullshit, motherfucker?
It's almost like if it's too good to be true, it probably is, sort of thing.
Wait, I gotta see what that Mexicana blend is, because we have a Mexican blend down here that they think is the Mexican blend. So I go with that to make my enchiladas.
Well, see, I'm so glad you mentioned that, and you just reminded me. You know what kind of like, and don't get me wrong, I love all kinds of food, but you know what really gets me upset? When I go into a quote unquote Mexican restaurant, and I asked the waiter, does the person that's making the burritos, the person that's making the food, do they know how to make a carne asada burrito? And I get looked at like I got 8 heads. I'm like, okay, check, please, I'm out. I did that at this one restaurant, I asked the person, I said, look, I was like, before you even hand me a menu, does the person making the food know how to make a carne asada burrito? The person that did that took my order, said, oh, what? I said, okay, do me a favor. The person that's making the food, bring them out here real quick. Just real quick. Just tell them I just need to ask them something. And he came out, and I looked at him, and I said, do you even know what a carne asada burrito is? He asked me, he said, what do you know about a carne asada burrito? How do you know carne asada burrito? I said, can you make one? He said, how authentic are we going? I said, Tijuana. He said, I'll be right back.
Yes. What?
And he came back. Yes.
Oh.
And he looked at me and he's like, how close are he said, how close am I? I said, yes, right on. But I can never find any other place that they say, oh yeah, I could make this. Yeah. And you make it and you go in there and it's not. Like, I'm like, no.
Stop being Taco Bell. This is not Taco Bell. What are you talking about? No, don't do that. Oh my God.
I'm not going to do it before Thursday because I have a doctor's appointment for a weight check on Thursday. We're probably going to have to do an episode of the diary soon to do an update on that after the appointment.
Oh, hell yeah, we'll do that.
I was hoping possibly Friday or at least before next Tuesday to find because I did find a local Mexican restaurant that is less than a mile from here, from where I live, but I don't know its authenticity, of course, but
send me pictures. We'll eat together. Just when you just.
Well, okay. If you walk in there, if you walk in there, and I'm just throwing this out there, if you walk in there and you do not hear even a slight bit of Spanish coming from the back,
it's fake.
Don't eat the food.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, okay. I didn't want to. Okay. Here. Okay. I'm going to give you a couple of examples. One on the Mexican food. Okay, so one time I went to this Mexican restaurant and I have holes in the walls that I go here because I know that they're very, very Mexican food. This is a family business. There are small holes in the walls. It's authentic. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful price. You have a great meal. You can see the kitchen. You know what's going on. I have these holes in the walls, which I plan to take Luke on when he comes here in 2020.
I'm hoping 2020.
Hopefully 2020 or 2021.
I'm hoping 2020, if not definitely 2021.
So I have a few restaurants that we're going to go to so we can taste Jalisco, Mexicana, stuff like that, because Mexico has different regions. But my point is that okay, I've got two stories. One is one is a Mexican restaurant, one is a Japanese sushi restaurant. So with the Mexican restaurant, okay, look, and I don't have a racist bone in my body, guys, so get over that, and you guys know that. You guys know my track record, you know who I am, but I'm telling you, when a Polish guy is cooking your Mexican food, it probably won't be authentic. It was good, but it was very different.
I'm sorry to interject quickly off topic, but that is quite possibly the worst feeling on planet Earth.
What is?
When you go to sneeze, and at the very last second it goes.
It'll come back. Look up
I gotta agree with that.
You gotta look up at a light bulb, and then you'll sneeze. It's an old Mexican trick.
What?
Really?
But, yeah. If you feel that little tickle, you feel like you gotta sneeze, look upwards and towards a light fixture, and I promise you're gonna sneeze. Now, looking up towards the light just really helps you straighten up the nasal passages, and sometimes it'll align whatever's itching, and you'll sneeze. So the light is just a point of view.
But going back, take note.
Oh, yeah.
Take note. If a Polish guy is cooking meal is fake.
Dude, he was making pierogies along with Mexican rice. It doesn't count. It don't count. And my second one was I was working at a Japanese sushi restaurant, and I'm going to tell you some secrets because the restaurant is now closed. So there was a Japanese chef in the beginning making all the stuff and all that good stuff. And we lost him because of the floods in Houston, and his house got flooded. So he had to leave, and he had to go, hey, you got to go take care of your business. So that was understandable. And so the next guy, don't hate me for this, but the next guy that took over was Chinese and white. And there was a white guy, strictly white, and a Chinese guy. And we were making Japanese food, and this one couple comes in. Oh my God, we love Japan. We were just there. We went to Tokyo. Oh, this is authentic. It's a real Japanese. And I was about to say no, and the Chinese guy elbowed me in the back. And he was like, and I was like, it's Japanese. It's totally Japanese. And I just turned around and walked away. And they were trying to talk to him in Japanese. And thankfully he knows a little bit of Spanish, and he knows Chinese, and he knows a touch of Japanese, and he just baked his way through it. And these people were just like, please, just punch. And I was like, a white guy made your rice, right? You know that, right? A Chinese dude rolled your fucking ahi tuna tsunami roll, right? But it was just weird. It's just so weird.
At least the customer was happy.
They were so happy because I kissed their ass so hard. And and you know what? I went to the back and I started Googling Japanese phrases like hello, thank you, are you doing okay? I did a crash course in the back freezer, and I came out and did a couple of Japanese stick for them, and we were good. And I got a $25 tip. They were very, very happy. Can a Chinese, a Mexican, and a white dude make Japanese? It seems, I guess we can.
So.
But I don't think it was very authentic. So it just depends. It's very westernized. We don't have the luxury of having authenticity, except for Mexican food here in Texas. You'll get that all over the place. Don't go to Austin because they give you fucking veggie tacos, tofu tacos, whatever Austin, you're not hip. You're not hip.
Completely changing topic. How are you doing with that shelter game or whatever?
Okay, so everybody knows I've been doing a series about Fallout Shelter.
Yeah.
And I was like making everybody bone, and everybody was having babies, and I was like, oh, I'm so happy. I'm like the best dictator ever. I'm like making babies, right? And then I left the game for like 2 days and they all died. It's not funny! Fuck you, Luke. It's not funny. All my people died. They had flies and black and those little X eyes, and everybody was all sad. My meter was off. And you know what I did? I uninstalled the game. I abandoned them. Tamagotchi 10.0. Because fuck, there was like a Tamagotchi game. All my Tamagotchis died, Sean. All my Tamagotchis died. I had keychains. They were dead.
See, that's why I can't play that game. I played it when I was little. I'm not playing that game no more. No. That game is evil. Okay.
Died.
If you're looking for a new game to play, you should try downloading this one I found called BitLife.
Oh my gosh. So, BitLife. I have oh my gosh, I already died. No, I mean, I didn't die. I mean, I went through a life cycle. I decided I'm going to try BitLife. And it was so crazy because it's one of these simulations where you just kind of decide what's going to happen. And you know what, Luke? I went with a random search and I turned out to be a gay guy. I was a gay guy. It said sexuality in the closet.
Are you serious?
Yes, Sean. I just generated a new life. I didn't want to customize one, right? So I just said, let's generate one. Let's try it out. And it told me I was a gay guy that was in the closet. I tried dating a chick, and this chick was such a bitch. It didn't work out. And I was like, are you trying to force me to be gay? Huh?
I think
Because
they
I'm in
are.
the closet.
And
I was in the closet, and sure enough, I wound up marrying a dude. I had a husband. He left me because I wanted to make him sign a prenup. Because bitch, I made more money than him. Bitch, you ain't running off. You're not gonna run off with my money.
No.
Sean, if you were like 100,000 there and this dude was making 20 grand a year, wouldn't you ask for a prenup?
Damn right.
Right? I'm not gonna get taken for all my hard work.
Mm-mm.
And so this dude was like, I ain't gonna marry you, bitch. And I was like, all right, bitch, I'm gonna go date some more. And then he got jealous and called me back. And then I was like, okay, I'll take you back, but you gotta accept the prenup. And guess what? He did.
Accepted it.
He accepted my prenup, bitch. And I always made more money than him. He died before me, by the way. I had like 4 dogs that died, Luke. This is a sad game.
Did you know that you can actually add custom people into the game?
No.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I lost 3 pets. And he was all sad and like whatever. And I was like, I'm not gonna have any more pets because fuck this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I adopted like 2 kids. I didn't have any biological kids, but I had like 2 adopted kids, and then they had grandkids.
Mm-hmm. But I've actually used the custom people thing to put a large number of friends in there.
Oh God. You did.
Yeah. I gotta do that.
So sometimes I'll go hit the Doctor tab, and one of them will be Dr. Sensible Sam or Dr. Chester Cheeseman.
Dr. Chester Cheeseman! Dr. Sensible Sam! Go to Cheeseman, not Sam, I'm telling you right now. Oh my God! See, I wanted to do the simulation and just to see what the game was about because I wanted to be able to review it today. And it took me till about 4 o'clock in the morning before I died.
The funniest...
I died at 105, by the way.
The funniest thing I have been able to do so far is I had a straight guy as the character and married a character by the name of Lucy Birch.
And then y'all had inbred babies? I mean, no, I'm just joking. I'm sorry. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry. But I was happy. And then I had to give them so much. And you know what? My husband kept getting mad at me because I kept giving so much money to my family.
Oh.
Yeah, he was all, oh, your boyfriend got mad at you and started an argument because you gave away so much money. I was like, bitch, it's my money and I want to help my family. That's what I fucking do.
Did you know there's actually a cheat in the game to allow you to become a multi-billionaire easily?
I died at a net worth of 1.5 million.
There's a cheat in the game that allows you to become a multi-billionaire easily. Really? Yeah.
You gotta send that to me because I want to be a multi-billionaire so that way I can give money to all my family. See, my marriage will never work because I give too much money to my family members. Because I was thinking to myself, I'm gonna die. I'm 80 fucking 5. I've got fucking $400 and something thousand in my account. What the fuck am I gonna do with it? Am I gonna take it with me, shove it up my ass and like get buried with it? No. So I'm one of those people that would rather give my money out and see other people happy and make a difference and then just go peacefully and happily. And so that's kind of what my aim was for the game, for the first test part. You know what I mean? I wanted to see it the way I would have done it. And damn, I got ripped apart by my husband, my gay husband, for fucking giving money out. Then I gave him $10,000 and he shut the fuck up like really quick.
Oh, so you can give money away as long as it's to them.
Oh, there you go. That's how I used to see. That's how I did it. So that he wouldn't leave me. I would give money to my family and then give money to him. And then he would be like, okay, that's cool. But if I just gave money to them, he would get all pissed off.
That's exactly how I do it too.
And I always take care of my mom. I always visit her and all that other shit. So it's a crazy game, Sean. It really is. It took me till about 5 a.m. to die.
I think the oldest I've ever got someone to on there is 121 years.
Oh, geez, you must have been working out a lot. Yeah, I was working out, meditating, all that jive. Oh, Duolingo. Did you see that I added you as a friend?
Yes, I did.
Hey, okay, so check this out, Sean. Luke and Johnny are doing a language learning app. It's called Duolingo, and I would really like to brush up on my Chinese. So I thought, well, I'm going to try it too. It's it's pretty cool. I mean, everything in the first basics was just like super easy because I knew that. So and it talks about the intonations, because if you go ma or ma, you could call your mom a cow between those two intonations. So you go ma means me, or ma cow. What the fuck? So it's a very difficult language, and I rate it. It's the rate I would give that is pretty darn good, because when you go into the help section, you see the intonations, you see the different. There's 5 different tones in Chinese, and they absolutely nailed it. It's for a free version. It's pretty darn cool.
Hell, you're going to be a trilingual.
I'm hoping, because I can understand it. It's like, it's weird because I can understand certain words in Chinese, but I can't speak it. It's just stupid. It doesn't make no sense. Don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. But that's the way it is. So I'm trying it. Oh, look, Hoopa says, I love Duolingo.
Well,
it's fun, Hoopa. It is.
What language are you learning on there, Hoopa?
Hell yeah. I'm learning Chinese. Did y'all see?
You're learning Chinese, Johnny's learning Spanish, and I'm using it to touch up on the weekly segments and learn some extra Spanish in my spare time as well.
Oh my God, I thought it was so funny because Johnny was talking about learning Spanish, and he kept saying Baricua, Baricua. It's a Baricua, and it's a Baricua. I just want to clarify, Johnny, that it's Boricua. Boricua. Una boricua es una puertorriqueño que viene de Puerto Rico y somos boricua. Boricua es una intonación que se dice más calma. So the thing is, boricua, Puerto Rican has a different kind of a movement with the language. They almost don't pronounce everything properly, and that's the way it goes. So boricua is what it was. So Johnny just was like, I was like, oh man, I want to get on air so bad and tell him it's Boricua. It's Boricua. It's Boricua. That's a Puerto Rican. Cheese says, I used it for German for a while. You know what, Cheese? I'm 4th generation German, and I don't speak a lick of it. My great-great-grandmother came from Germany, and my great-great-grandfather from Mexico. And they met up in Carn City, which is a very big German town over here near New Braunfels. Carn City, New Braunfels, all that area is all German. That's where they settled down, had a family of 10 kids, and the youngest one happened to be my grandmother. So my great-grandmother, it has fire red hair, emerald green eyes, and porcelain white skin. And here comes this Mexican over here loving Bordix. Down the line.
Just 2 generations away.
I know how that changed, huh? Can you know, how do we get from that to this? Is what I'm saying. It's so, my older son, Adam, that everybody knows about, my 20-year-old, he has red hair, light brownish red hair. He has, on his temples, he has bright red. So when he gets to be an old man, it's going to turn white. He's going to be such a cute old man. I love it. Oh, yeah. But that was so cool. And what about you? Does anybody have weird heritage, like, besides me? Like, is it just me?
No.
What about you, Sean?
Not that I know of for me, but...
I'm not exactly 100% sure with
Mm-hmm.
me. I know that I definitely am going to be doing the DNA heritage test to see like what exactly, I like who am I? Um but as far as like known heritage, I know that I have Indian somewhere down my line,
Wow.
but as far as the rest go, I'm not 100% sure, but I know there is some Indian in my line.
I want to say I have something like a Mexican Indian in me somewhere along the line. You know what I want to do? Hey Sean, have you ever heard of those like the Me 23 where like you spit into a container and then you send it off and then they send you your genealogy or something like that?
Yeah,
Like
that's
I
that's what I was gonna like. The company like that is what I was gonna use.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do that because I feel I've been told, okay, yeah, we've got Mexican Indian, we've got this and that. But then when I've seen people do their actual lineage and they're like, oh, I'm Mexican, Puerto Rican, and that's it. And they're like, no, you're Jewish, you're African, you're Polish, and you're Baswani. And you're like, wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
So
That
I'm really excited.
did
That would be a great show. That would be a great show to do.
just very quickly. And that's a really funny story I heard a couple of weeks ago. A DNA test was done on someone who died a few decades back, and it found out that they were part Jewish. Guess who their husband was?
Uh-oh.
Part
Oh.
Jesus?
No,
Oh.
the wife of this person was half Jewish. Guess who
Half
married
Jewish.
someone who was Jewish?
Oh, does he? Is he our commander in chief?
No,
Okay, my bad.
no, he also died a few decades back, unless you believe the rumors that he went to live in Argentina.
Okay. Damn it, you got me stumped on this one, Luke.
Adolf Hitler married
What?
someone who was Jewish.
I was thinking that, but I wasn't sure.
Shut up! No way!
Eva or Eva Braun or whatever her name was.
Eva Braun was Jewish.
Are you serious?
Eva Braun was Jewish. Oh, my Lanta. Oh, my Lanta. What? Tuck. What? Okay.
But
Okay. What?
Wow, that just blew my mind.
Yeah,
that
blew my
seriously
mind.
just blew my
I'm
mind.
like at a loss of words. Okay.
But as we have 22 minutes left and we're already on the topic of language and heritage,
Oh,
do
shit.
you want to
Yeah.
get into the closing segment?
Let's do it. Okay. Oh my God, Eva Braun. Really? Oh my God, I'm freaking out. I've learned. Oh my God, I'm telling you guys, I learn every day. My brain is going stronger. Hope your brain grows stronger too. Oh, I'm gonna make like lots of songs, and I wish I had like beat making shit. I'd so make songs. Hold on. I'm sorry, Luke. I'm looking for it. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Hold on. There's a weed light. Hold on. Blah blah blah. Was it before or after?
You sent it.
Oh, I got it. I got it.
You sent it just a few hours ago.
I got it. Okay. Yay! This is the first time we've had a live guest for our Spanish lesson.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not. Oh, that's right, it's not. But you know what? This is the first guest we're going to make come back next week to do the Spanish lesson quiz. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm joking. I'm just joking. You better learn this. I'm just joking.
I'm about to put a video in the chat. When we go off, and after you have gone and watched every single video that Sean the Detail Guy has on his YouTube channel, you should check this video out.
Right on. I'm giving everybody homework to go watch Sean the Detail Guy on YouTube. He's an awesome guy and great expertise, has a lot of knowledge. He's always growing, always learning, always moving, always shaking. Baby, I'm telling you, this, and I don't say kid in a bad way. I just say kid because it's like a loving term. But this kid got it going on, baby. This kid's got it going on. He's going places. You want to be able to say, guess what? Sean, the detail guy, either detailed my car or helped me in my journey of detailing. Because that's what's going to happen.
I mean, if I can get somebody educated in how to do it and, and get there and, and maybe even find a passion of theirs and I help them, get there, to me, I did my job. To me, I accomplished something with that person. Even if a person just looks at it and they say, okay, well, I looked at it, okay, but it sparked them to want to do something that they've always wanted to do. Again, I've done my job.
The true mark.
That's
the true mark of a scholar, the true mark of a professor, the true mark of a teacher, and somebody that's willing to pass on gems, diamond and gold of information to the next generation. This is what it's all about. Oh, Sean, you're awesome.
And while you're looking for what this week's lesson is, you sent it on Twitter earlier today, I will get the weekly quiz out the way. I actually remember this one. I can't remember if I can't, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to pronounce this right, but con permiso. Con permiso.
Exactamente. Con permiso. With, excuse me, pardon me, is con permiso. This is what a wonderful
Perdón and disculpe.
Disculpe. This is what a star student sounds like. And I love getting together the Spanish lessons because it's such a challenge, because Luke is always, man, he's got me on these. You know what I mean? It's such a great student. So just like Sean finds somebody that loves detailing and is just so excited to teach, same thing with my Spanish. I'm so excited to teach and find somebody so willing to learn. And so this week's lesson, everybody, is going to be a phrase. And so I'm going to say it in Spanish. Here it goes. Cállate, maldito imbécil. Cállate, maldito imbécil. Exclamation part.
Could you do it one word at a time?
Mm-hmm. Cállate.
What?
Cállate. The double L is a ya sound. So cállate.
Cállate.
Perfect. The double L is a ya. So cállate. Good job. Maldito. Maldito. Maldito.
Maldito.
Let's do this halfway. Dito.
Dito.
So we put it together and it's maldito.
Maldito.
Perfecto. The last word is imbécil. Imbécil. Imbécil.
Sil.
Imbécil.
Imbécil.
Perfecto. Okay.
Cállate, maldito imbécil.
Perfecto, mi amor. And what is the English translation for that?
As in what you sent me earlier? Shut the fuck
Yes.
up, asshole.
That's it! We're doing bad yards! Ow! We're doing bad yards for the lesson, y'all! Bad yards, bad yards, bad yards. What you gonna do?
I so had to mute that. Once I heard you say it the second time, I so had to mute that. I was like, oh, I can't give it away.
Yes, Sean.
Typically, the translation will also be sent through as well. The only time that didn't happen was a couple weeks back.
Right.
With
So
the whole speech thing.
The old translation is, Cállate, maldito imbécil. Shut the fuck up, asshole.
Cállate, maldito imbécil.
Ow! That's it. You did it, Papa. Perfect. Perfecto. Un estudiante perfecto. The perfect student. I couldn't ask for more. And Sean, thank you so much for not blurting that out. Because Sean was going to give that away.
Once I heard the first part, I was like, wait, what? Like, did she just say what I think she said? And like, when you said it again, I was like, mute.
So bad. I'm going to teach Luke some bad yards today. I don't say bad words. I say bad yards. It sounds nicer when you say bad yards. This is so awesome. What a wonderful night. What a wonderful. Oh, Sean, you made my night. Luke, you've made my night. This was just so wonderful. So much information, so much wonderfulness, so much love, and so much fun. And bad yards. I mean, come on. I love talking bad yards.
And just very quickly before we leave, a big thank you to June, G Wiz, Scott, Bobby Anthem, Chester Cheeseman, and the Hooper for sticking with us throughout this show.
And the 4 Elsewhere. Thank you, 4 Elsewhere, for hanging out with us. The Elsewheres have been hanging strong. We appreciate you guys. Come and join us in the Mixler. It's a safe space. We all talk together. It's a good community. Luke and I promote love and nothing but love. Mm-hmm. We love expanding the community because when the community grows, we grow, baby. So come and join us. We're on next week.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if it's anyone who hasn't heard us before, we're here every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday at 9 o'clock, listen to some music for 15 minutes. Just gel in your seat. Get into the group. 9:15, baby. We're on.
Hell yeah.
And for the people on the West Coast, the East Coast, that's 10 o'clock p.m. You know, for the people that came through from my post. When she says 9:15, for us, that's going to be 10 o'clock. Just throwing it out there.
Typically, whenever we talk of a time, we're talking in Central Time.
Yeah, because Sam doesn't know math, and I like to calculate the Central, so...
Yeah, because you live in Central Time, and I may as well fucking live on Central Time. Pretty much. So, that is one good thing about flying to the States, is I highly doubt I'll get jet lag.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is true.
That's so true. You'll be like, I'm ready to go. Once you get off that plane, it's time to party. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh my god, it's...
Go on.
Oh no, I'm just gushing. I'm gushing, Luke. I'm sorry. My heart is just so filled right now. I'm sorry. I'll keep gushing for the next 45 minutes, so you got to stop me because you guys have made me so happy tonight. Thank you so much.
So we're going to say,
yep.
On that note, with the closing lesson done, until next week, I'm gonna go back to something from a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Hasta pronto, como siempre, TCP out.